this is somebody who is currently in under 2 years with First Financial Security has surpassed the $2 million a year mark. And I'm not going to get into the rest of it, but by that alone, you can do the math and understand how valuable this time that she's giving us is going to be. Without any further ado, Leyna, are you here?
I am here.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. Thank you so much for your time, Leyna. It's really nothing less than an honor, like I said, and I want to publicly thank you. Without any further ado, Leyna, it's 100% all yours. Thank you for your time. Welcome to our weekly webinar, and I thank you once again for your time. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I don't know where everyone is from, but if you are from Southern California, you may recognize me. I also did a stint at NBC in Sacramento. So if anyone's from that area, I was at the NBC station in Sacramento for some time as well. So my journey in FFS is probably unlike any other because I had no knowledge and really no interest in insurance. Like many of the people that you're going to talk to or have talked to, I hear the words life insurance and I'm turning the other way. So if you would have told me 2 years ago that I would actually end up as a life insurance agent, I would have bet everything I had on no. But here I am. And so Javier asked me just to share my story. And there's nothing better than actually seeing numbers. A lot of people will tell you this, tell you that. And I just wanted to show you what happened to me. I did not have goals. So I wish I could say, listen, you guys, I made a goal and I had a plan and I reached it. I didn't. I entered kind of by accident. I wanted to help people. And then it just fell in my lap and I ran with it. Okay. And so I'm going to share my screen here and show you by numbers what I've been experiencing. Now, I know you guys will not be able to duplicate this. Why? There are a lot of things that happen just right for me. But if you're okay making a fraction of what I've made and you've got that passion to help people, I think you're going to be very happy in this business and you're going to kill it. You guys see my screen, right? Yes? Okay, so
Yes.
this is my journey. I started my business in October of 2022. Okay, this is like the whole signing up and finding my way around the ABO. It happened so fast. I really didn't actually have a lot of support. You guys are so lucky that you have Javier. The training that he takes so seriously, that is so valuable. Please, please take advantage of it. Okay, so my first paycheck was a month later and I made $542. Woohoo. Okay. By the end of November, I had made $11,418. So in 1 month, that's what I made. And like for some people, that is a lot. For me, it wasn't because I was a news anchor in CBS in Los Angeles for 20-something years. So the money wasn't that impressive to me. I liked the fact that I was like useful again and I was helping people. So in December, I worked only the first week of December, and then my husband took me on safari for a month. That's us on safari. While on safari, I checked my email and I saw that I got a paycheck, and it was, by then I had made $54,738. So my husband and I were looking at each other like, whoa, like I was writing policies and I didn't even understand the whole commission. I didn't know anything about commission. Okay, I didn't know how much I was making. But when we realized, oh, this is like actually a business, I made my first video introducing my business on January 16th, 2023. Okay, by February, or by the end of January, I made 76,587. By February, I made 109,000. So I entered Champions Club. Okay, I made my first diamond. I have to tell you, success loves speed. Your first year, or when you decide you're going to get serious about this business, you've got to hit the ground running. You don't look back. You have to try to produce as much as you can. This is the easiest time to build. In March, I made 309. By March, I'd made 309,000. So my third diamond, my fourth diamond, my fifth diamond, my sixth diamond, my seventh diamond. By August, I had made, this is called Chairman's Club, when you make your first million, and I became an EFC. Okay, believe it or not, I still didn't realize the commission structure. I really didn't know the recruiting thing. This is all without a team. By September, I made another 2 diamonds. October, November, December, January, February. So in February, I passed over the $2 million mark. Okay, this is when it starts to get tricky because of the whole fall off thing that I just learned about. There's March. So I've made over 2.5 million as of last month. Okay, I want to show you what has been happening. I mean, I thought my first year was incredible. This is what's happening in my second year now. So from today is today is May 6th. This is what I've made in May so far. And if I go back to the beginning of this year, that's just in case you can't see the number, you guys. If I go back to January 1st, this is how much I've made so far this year. And we've just started May. Okay. I had no idea that there was this potential. And I did this without building a team. When I joined this business, I told them, I'm not going to recruit. All I want to do is help people. So please do not make me recruit. And if there is a way for me to succeed without recruiting, I'm in. Okay. So that's how I got in. Now I'm starting to build a team because why? There's only one me. I can only meet with so many people. I can only write so many policies. And now I realize the importance of building a team. And so like watch out 2024 and 2025. As you can see already, this year is off to an amazing start. When people ask me, how did you do it? Like, it's almost difficult for me to answer because I didn't have a plan. I just saw that I can do it. And I saw that the harder I worked, the more business I got, the more money I made, the more people I helped. I didn't stop. I was retired, you guys. So I retired from TV news and I spent 2 full years being soccer mom and I was so happy. And then I had all this time on my hands. And so it had to be something incredible to pull me out of retirement. This makes me feel like I have purpose. And I'm doing this from I want to help people. Okay. If you want to make a lot of money, that can happen and it will happen. I had no idea I could make this kind of money. I was only doing it because my focus was, I want to help people. I'm a smart woman. I did not know until I retired from TV that I lose my life insurance. Okay. I had a bunch of cash laying around because I was a great saver. And I had a bad agent help me with an annuity with a bunch of fees and an IUL that wasn't properly structured. So my whole mission was to change really the face of insurance, not my face, your face, you know, most of you are not white males, but really change the face of insurance to the person sitting at home. I don't want them to hate life insurance. I want them to realize what an incredible tool this is. And if you've got the right agent, and it's going to be incredible. And so that's why I'm doing it. And that's it. It has been amazing. I know you guys have questions. I didn't have anything planned. Javier just asked me to share my journey. And as you can see, it was a blur. And once I realized that it's taking ownership in the company, this is something that sets us apart from everyone else. Those diamonds and those milestones became important. That's when I started setting goals. And I've hit every one of them. And like, I don't even know what the rest of the year brings, but I'm telling you now, I'm actually serious about the business and it's going to be incredible. So Javier, if it's okay with you, I don't know what kind of time you want to leave to this. If there are questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Sure. First of all, I wanted to thank you because I think that really does validate one of the most important elements that I believe has such a determining or plays such a huge factor in one's success, and that is the power of a crusade. That's why I told my team that if you read, as a matter of fact, I'm wearing my team shirt, the name of our team, Team Crusaders, because I really do believe that you have to be part of something that's bigger than yourself. I think your current self has gotten you so far. And for most people, they're not happy with where they are right now, where their income this. Well, that's how far you and your current vision has gotten you. So you have to kind of buy into a greater crusade. And the definition of a crusade, per the dictionary, is a vigorous and concerted effort to correct an injustice. And I think that that's what we're about, whether it's going and helping teachers. You know, teachers are getting screwed like never before. They work harder than ever before, tougher environment than ever before, smaller retirement and smaller pensions than ever before. And yet here we have the solution to it. They're ill. And yet a lot of the people are like, well, I'll hit up a school next week. You know, I had a school for 12 months. I haven't been able to hit it because I've been busy. Well, you haven't been busy producing, because obviously that's not where your time has gone. So thank you for validating that. But what I do want to do is beyond the numbers. And one thing that I tell you that I respect so much about Leyna, she's like me, that I won't lie to you. I would rather lose you with the truth than keep you with a lie. And my numbers are my numbers. And I'm not, I'm always looking to improve everything. But very rarely do you have somebody that can open up the books and show you the numbers, because it's not that she's here to impress you. I didn't bring her here to impress you. I invited her to impress upon you what is possible. No experience, no current this, no current that. And before you know it, it happens. Now, she says something very key. Maybe 10% of that is what you can do. Maybe 5%, maybe 500%. It is possible. So you might say, well, maybe if I had this, if I knew that, or great, then do it to whatever degree you're capable of. But the point is that she has validated to everybody, and I thank her for that. And so having said that, what I want to do is, in the interest of time, because I want to get her out of here, is unmute yourself, because the texting, the chatting is not going to cut it. If you have a question, unmute yourself, ask your questions, no contact.
Yeah, right here, Javier.
Go ahead, let's knock it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, Leyna, thank you so much for taking the time. You've been a real inspiration in a long time. And just like to emulate what Javier was talking about, it's been something very eye-opening and inspirational. But the question I had for you said that, you go from a place of help. Okay. One of the biggest challenges I think that we have in our industry, not just in general with our own organization, is that a lot of people will approach this as a transactional relationship. And I like to say that, we like to come across as being more relationship organized. And I think that's a big transition for a lot of people that come from a transactional world. You yourself came from a non-sales world, which is fantastic. I've seen that happen time and time again. But maybe you could share a little bit as far as maybe any advice you could give as far as people that are coming from a transactional type of sales approach to try to migrate to a more relationship oriented transaction.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. This business, and really all businesses, are about relationships. Okay, I am not a salesperson. I never would have thought I could sell anything. I came this as I wanted to educate people. I'm giving away free information. I am passing along value to them without expecting anything in return. People are smart. They can smell when you're trying to sell them something. So my husband has this saying, which I used to think it was funny, and I use it all the time now, and that is, when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Okay? Don't be a hammer. You don't have this product you want to go out and sell to everyone. You want to educate people. There's nothing wrong with giving up information, you guys. Don't think that you've got to get something back for it. The way I got so big in this is that I, on social media, I do live streams every week, and all I do is I just educate people. I tell them everything that I want them to know about annuities. I tell them everything I want them to know about IULs. Okay? They then come to me, because I'm not approaching them from a sales, hey, I got something I want to. Here's the information. You better have it structured properly. You better have an agent you can trust, blah, 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 blah. I'm just giving out information. And they find me because they're like, God, I've been wanting this information. Like, can you help me with this? So I think we should all provide some kind of value to someone. You have to, I think people will trust you if you're just willing to give them something for free. Don't make them feel like you want to sell them anything, right? If you yourself have an IUL, and I think that you all should, tell them about it. Get personal. And that is what, now I'm starting to build a team. I thought this is when we talk about validation, I didn't want people to think, oh, Lena's doing it because she's some sort of celebrity. That's not the reason, because there's actually more pressure on me. Like if I do a deal for someone and it becomes a bad deal, it's not good service, everyone's going to know about it because everyone knows my name. Okay, that's my reputation. Okay, so I'm building a team now. And when my first agent was able to do a 2,000 a month max funded IUL, that to me was validation. That's like, I taught him something. It's not just me. You can do it. You can do it. You've got to educate them on why they want to max it out, right? So the way I do it is I go down, I budget with them. I sit down, I see what their take home pay is, what they're paying a month in expenses, only including living expenses, getting them to think about what kind of money that you're spending. Like, are you really spending $1,000 a month on eating out when you only make so much, right? And then telling them they need to pay themselves first. Get that IUL, protect yourself, build something better for the future. And then when I do a thing and I show them how much they can get in income down the road, and then I ask them, how's your 403B doing? How long have you been working? And you haven't paid taxes on that yet. So I educate people not on just life insurance and annuities. And by the way, I just started selling annuities 2 months ago. And I'm nearing the $1 million mark. I learn one thing and I run with it. I educate people on taxes. I educate on people on stuff I can't sell, because then you come across as an educator and you want to pass along value rather than I'm only going to talk about life insurance because that's the only thing I can sell. I think that's the wrong way to go. Okay. And you come from a place of I'm just going to give you this information. I want you to know, I want you to be empowered.
Leyna, if you don't mind, can I ask you a question, please, on behalf of a lot of people? A lot of people think that, your first, let's just call it the first 2 million, that came from big Kaizen deals, big annuity deals, premium finance must be a big chunk of, when you make the first 2 million, what would you say breakdown percentage wise was with product versus Kaizen or big annuity rollovers or IULs? What would you say?
99.9% IULs. Before 2 months ago, I had not sold a single annuity. I will not do Kaizen. I'm just not, I don't know enough about it yet. And I don't think it's the right environment for it since you're borrowing money. 10 years ago, it would have been great. I'm not convinced yet. So I learned my IUL and I ran with that. I'm only now starting to do annuities. So now each client I get is an IUL and an annuity. It's a no-brainer. All IULs.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Anybody
Javier,
else?
I never heard of Kaizen. What's Kaizen?
We'll talk about that at a later time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else, please, question before we let her go. I don't want to take much of her time. I really don't.
What's your live stream channel?
I'm on YouTube, so just look for my name on YouTube. And actually, I started that YouTube just to teach people English. And one day I started talking about finances, and it's blown up. And so they come for me for information, right? I'm not selling.
Along those lines, I want to, just like she's saying, validate the importance of having some kind of professional looking image on social media. And that's why we have helped so many people. You got to have a YouTube, you got to have something. And so for those of you that keep saying, I just don't know how to do it, we got you Stephanie, who does nothing but YouTube channels, to get you one. And the first batch is ready, which I'm going to talk about during our webinar. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, that there's got to be more to you than just you. And I think
Yeah.
that's
And in
important.
fact, if Javier, I'm sorry,
Sure.
if I do have a meeting at 9:30. If I could leave you with this on that note right there, and I tell my agents this. You have to be on social media. You just have to. You are missing out on so much if you're not. And you've got to start somewhere. Start today. Okay? Start sharing stuff. I don't care if you have no likes on it. Get your people used to seeing you posting about this kind of stuff. Right? Get your friends used to seeing you post about financial stuff. And then be cognizant of what you're putting out there. Like, it's no longer social. This is professional now, even though it's social media, even though it's okay you post reels on food. It's okay to post about what you did on the weekend because you want to be a person and you want, you want them to like you. Be very careful what you post out there. Okay? I am not going to give my money to a person who is, swearing all the time. I have one agent who does that, and Be smart. This is your reputation. Everything you do adds to your value. And if it's not adding to your value, don't do it. Social media is the only place I've not paid $1 of anything to market myself. Not one. It's all
No.
social media. Yep.
Leyna, thank you. If we have time, one more and that's it. But nobody has, again, unmuted themselves yet. So I just want to assume that we're good. Leyna, I just want to congratulate.
Do have one question.
Go ahead.
How do you operationally? How do you handle the number of IULs that you're doing every month?
Thank you. I asked a friend to process for me, and at first I was just paying her cash under the table. And then I asked her to quit her job and come work with me. And that was a real big responsibility for me because I felt like this was a big step she was taking. She trusted me. She quit her job. She joined FFS. I said, you have to be licensed if you want to share commission. She just made Champions Club a few months ago, 2 months ago, I think. And she started learning for her license last June. So again, in less than a year, she's made Champions Club just for processing with me. I was giving her 5% of my commission shares. And then now she's like, oh, now she sees, she can make a lot more money if she writes her own. So she's killing it now. But that's how I have to have other agents write for me because I can't do it myself.
Perfect. Leyna, I just want to say thank you. I know you have an appointment here in a few minutes. I
Yes.
just can't tell you how proud I am of you, how everybody is here. And I really want to thank you for being part of that tremendous momentum that turned the ship around for FFS as it relates to new blood, fresh blood, keeping people on their toes. I always say, look, there's always a change of the guard up and down. And I think you were a major part of that shift that really opened up the eyes and opened up the floodgates to so many other people. So I thank you on behalf of everybody that's here on the webinar as well. Wishing you the
Thank you,
best.
Javier. And I've been trying to get a one-on-one with you since I joined the company. So now maybe you'll give me that time.
All right, you got it. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay?
Thanks, everyone. Good luck to you. Maybe I'll see you again. Bye now.
Thank you.